Hey guys, it's Jess. I'm coming back to you with another What Sold video. Since it is the beginning of the month, I go through a couple of my items that sold, and these will only be on my main store, and they're only going to be eBay items because I really only sold things on eBay. And not Poshmark, but silly enough, I am going to Poshfest actually tomorrow, so we'll see if maybe I can make some more sales on Poshmark. I mean, not that the two are related, but hopefully I can get some tips to better sell my stuff on that app. So anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to share that I have sold on eBay was I'm gonna post it right here, a Kate Spade New York dress. This was actually a retail arbitrage item. I do a lot of retail arbitrage, and it's a little bit more money, but it's pretty much worth it in the end if you don't mind waiting. But this dress I found at Nordstrom. I had an extra 25% off. The tag on this dress actually was $101 on clearance, and when I quickly looked it up, because I look up anything Kate Spade if I find it, when I looked it up, it had sold out on Revolve for over $300. So I figured I could make a pretty decent profit. But when I went to the cash register, it rung up at $60. And then I had the extra 25% off. So I ended up only paying $45 for this dress, and it ended up selling for $147.77. The next thing that I want to share that I sold on eBay is a pair of Crocs. I actually bought these at Goodwill, not on a half off day, not on a 75% off day, on a regular day. And I paid $15 for these. Why I paid $15, I don't know. I do know, because I looked at their insides and it reminded me of Uggs. And for some reason, I don't know what happened, I had the Uggs in my head and I was like, oh yeah, Uggs go for a lot. So I bought them for $15. I ended up holding on to them for about 6 months, and they did end up selling for $47.77. But the buyer got free shipping, which I rarely do, but it worked in this instance. So the next thing that sold is a pair of Nike Train Amp 4. Yes, Speed Amp 4. Speed 4 Amp shoes. And these were actually my brother's. Me and him have a deal going on where I'm going to go ahead and sell some of his shoes that he doesn't want anymore, and we're going to go ahead and split the profit 50-50. Normally I wouldn't do that for anybody else except family, but yes, since me and my brother are pretty close, I went ahead and told him it was okay. Plus, he is like the cleanest guy that I ever know, so his shoes are pretty much spotless. So there was nothing I really had to do except like maybe it's just a little buffing. Okay, so anyways, I sold these shoes in less than an hour for $57.77, and like I said, I paid nothing for them. The next thing I sold was another free item that I got from my grandma, and it was a Chico's jacket. It was kind of like a tennis ball color, which I was a tennis player in college, so I have an appreciation for the tennis ball colors. But anyways, it kind of drew my attention, so I knew I needed to list it right away. It ended up selling for $17.77. I paid nothing, but it was so with Chico's is a flooded market on eBay. It's really hard to sell anything unless it is a specific pattern, like a unique pattern or style. Even new with tags is really hard to sell for any type of profit. And also, big sizes sell a lot better than small sizes with, you know, any other items such as this. And the next thing I sold was a beaterlack. Is that how you say it? Beaterlack? Biterlack? It was a blanket. I'm not the best at hard goods. I normally do fashion, so this was a fun one for me. I've had this one maybe 2 months, and it ended up selling on best offer for $60, and I only paid $5 for this, and I paid full price at Savers. And the next thing I sold was another Savers find. It was on a 50% off day, and everybody knows St. John's is a great brand to sell. Most places don't know about it yet, so keep a lookout for St. John's. This was a St. John's Sport. It was a dress that was cheetah print or leopard print, an animal print of some sort. It was really pretty. It did have some flaws. It had like a purple stain on the wrist of both sleeves, so I didn't know how to price it. I priced it at $137, but I ended up taking an offer for $95, and I only paid $5, $6 with tax. So that was a great find. The next thing that sold was an express dress, and this is actually a dress that I mentioned in another video of mine where I did an experiment with the consignment store. So I did $2 day at the consignment store. I bought a bunch of dresses and shirts. I'll link the video up above, but so this I only paid $2 for. It was an express dress, which I don't know if I've already said. It was new with tags, so I knew it would sell, and I did quote it selling for $14.99 on my video, and I ended up selling it for $14.99. And the very last thing that sold, officially the last thing, $11.58 on September 30th, was probably my coolest sale of the month. It was, and again, I don't do hard goods, but this was a Bradford Exchange, like wolves / dogs ornaments, and this was so cool. It was so heavy. It was a huge box. It looked very official. It only came with 10 ornaments and 3 certificates of authenticity, which I did mention. The box was also semi-damaged, which I also mentioned in my ad. But I ended up paying only $2.25 for that, and it was on a 75% off day. I actually found it underneath, like on the bottom shelf, underneath like a bunch of other stuff. So I think somebody was hiding it for the 75% off day. Either way, I bought it for $2.25 and I ended up selling it for $57.77. So that is it for my solds for September. It was a pretty exciting month. Not my best month ever, but hopefully Q4 brings more sales and more profit. But I am on my way to Posh Fest for Thursday through Sunday, so I'm excited to see if I sell any more on Poshmark in the month of October, and if I do, you guys will see that sale at the end of October, beginning of November. So also make sure you stay tuned, because I will be posting a video for our vintage store. Me and my mom, we found a storage unit, and I will be posting a video with all the solds from that. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day. Bye.